Did you wake up this morning and sit down to a breakfast you thought was healthy, safe, and beneficial to your body? If you're an older adult living in the United States, please pause for a moment. What if your daily breakfast, the comforting toast, those tasty sausages, or that creamy yogurt you've loved for years, was silently and secretly harming your health? Imagine a seemingly harmless meal gradually taking away precious years from your life. Hard to believe, right? Well, doctors have discovered shocking facts you can't afford to ignore. Before you dismiss this as just another health scare, stick with me. I promise you'll see your morning meal in a completely new light by the end of this video. And I want you to share your reaction in the comments. Which of these breakfast foods do you eat daily without knowing its hidden dangers? Folks, if you're over 60 and living here in America, you've spent a lifetime trusting that certain foods are good for you. We're told from a young age to eat breakfast every day. After all, it's supposed to be the most important meal, right? But here's the harsh truth. Some of the breakfast staples we've grown to love and rely upon might actually be robbing us of our health and longevity. Yes, even those foods marketed as healthy, low-fat, or heart-friendly can hold hidden risks that many doctors are now urgently trying to highlight. I understand, it can be incredibly frustrating. After all, you've spent your life making careful choices. But your golden years should be your healthiest years, not spent battling unnecessary health problems caused by your breakfast choices. My goal today is simple: give you clear, practical information so you can make healthier, safer choices without confusion or worry. Doctors, dietitians, and medical researchers across the United States have recently uncovered startling evidence about common breakfast foods. These professionals are not trying to scare you. Quite the opposite. Their mission is to help you enjoy your senior years in vibrant health, filled with energy and vitality. These findings aren't based on fads or passing trends. They're rooted deeply in extensive scientific research from trusted medical institutions such as the Mayo Clinic, Harvard Medical School, and various renowned nutrition centers across America. In the coming sections, you'll hear about specific foods, explained simply yet in depth. Everything will be backed by solid medical evidence. These are not random claims, but detailed revelations from trusted medical professionals who care deeply about senior health. Their research will help you understand exactly why some of the foods you've trusted might be harmful, and more importantly, how you can replace them with delicious, nutritious, and genuinely healthy alternatives. You may wonder, what could possibly be harmful about my simple morning toast, my bowl of granola, or my usual breakfast sausage? I'll explain. Many processed foods labeled as healthy are often packed with hidden sugars, artificial additives, and harmful preservatives, ingredients known to quietly trigger inflammation, elevate blood sugar levels, and significantly raise the risk of serious health issues, including diabetes, heart disease, joint pain, and even cancer. Through our detailed exploration, we'll uncover the silent dangers hidden in 3 common breakfast choices: granola and cereals, yogurt marketed as healthy, and processed breakfast meats that seem harmless but aren't. I'll help you understand exactly how these items affect your body, breaking down the science into straightforward facts that you can easily understand and act on. Don't worry. Alongside every danger identified, I'll also provide clear solutions and better alternatives. You'll get easy swaps that are equally delicious yet beneficial, so you won't have to compromise taste or enjoyment. The goal is for you to feel empowered, not overwhelmed. By the end of this session, you'll feel ready to make simple adjustments that drastically improve your health. Finally, I'll gently but firmly encourage you to make immediate changes. Your health is valuable and time-sensitive, especially at this stage of your life. I want you to act quickly but confidently. My purpose isn't to cause alarm, but rather to guide you toward better choices that enhance your quality of life. I know what you're thinking. Granola? Cereals? Come on, surely these can't be dangerous. I've been eating them my whole life. And I hear you. After all, commercials and packaging have always promised that these breakfast foods are great for your heart, loaded with fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Yet, the uncomfortable truth, one that doctors and nutritionists across the United States are now urgently trying to highlight, is that many popular granolas and cereals could quietly be damaging your health, especially as you get older. Let's talk honestly about this, just like we're sitting together over morning coffee. The granola sitting innocently in your pantry or the cereal in your cupboard probably carries some appealing labels: heart healthy, high in fiber, or maybe even all natural. But the reality is, many popular brands add shockingly high amounts of sugar, often hidden under less recognizable names. Let me explain this clearly. Sugars aren't always obvious. Companies use tricky words to disguise sugar. On your box, it might say something like organic cane syrup, brown rice syrup, agave nectar, or even maltodextrin. They all sound pretty innocent, don't they? But your body doesn't differentiate between these fancy-sounding names and regular table sugar. All sugar raises your blood sugar levels, promotes inflammation, and can significantly damage your heart over time, especially as you age. Now, as an older adult, you might already be more sensitive to the negative effects of sugar. Your metabolism naturally slows down as the years pass, making it harder for your body to handle excessive sugar. So what happens when you regularly eat sugary cereals or granolas for breakfast? First, your blood sugar spikes dramatically. You might not notice this immediately, but over time, these spikes damage your body. This continuous roller coaster of rising and crashing blood sugar levels exhausts your pancreas, the organ responsible for insulin production. Eventually, this can lead to insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes, a condition seniors in America increasingly struggle with. Have you ever wondered why, despite eating what you think is a healthy breakfast, you feel sluggish or tired mid-morning? Hidden sugars in your granola or cereals might be the culprit. But blood sugar isn't the only concern. High sugar intake, especially from breakfast foods you eat regularly, leads to chronic inflammation. Inflammation might sound like a small issue, but believe me, it's a silent enemy, particularly dangerous as you age. Inflammation quietly contributes to a range of serious conditions, including arthritis, heart disease, cognitive decline, and even some cancers. Imagine your body in a constant state of low-level irritation, never fully healing or recovering. This is what hidden sugars do to you. Additionally, many cereals marketed as healthy also contain refined grains. These refined grains strip away natural fiber and essential nutrients. So, instead of receiving the promised nutrition, you're left eating mostly empty calories, calories that do nothing good but quietly add to weight gain and digestive problems. Many of you may have experienced bloating, irregularity, or chronic indigestion. These could be subtle signs your body isn't digesting these foods as well as you thought. Now, I realize this information might feel overwhelming. Perhaps you've eaten granola or cereals daily for decades. It might even have been recommended to you by your doctors in the past. It's hard to accept that something you trusted so deeply could be problematic. But here's a comforting truth. You don't need to give up taste or convenience to make breakfast healthier. Let's talk about healthier, doctor-approved alternatives, because you deserve better options. Instead of sugar-loaded granola, consider plain rolled oats or steel-cut oatmeal. Now, I know plain oats might sound bland at first, but trust me, it's easy and delicious to add natural flavor. Toss in fresh berries, slices of banana, or a sprinkle of cinnamon. Each of these ingredients not only enhances taste, but adds powerful nutrients without harmful sugars. Berries especially are filled with antioxidants, which reduce inflammation and support your heart. What about cereals? If you're attached to cereal, choose carefully. Look for brands clearly labeled as 100% whole grain, and double-check the sugar content on the nutrition label. Ideally, a serving should have no more than 5 grams of sugar. You'd be surprised. Many cereals marketed as healthy actually contain more sugar than a candy bar. Always choose cereals that have high fiber content. Fiber helps regulate your blood sugar, keeps your digestion regular, and contributes positively to heart health. Brands containing nuts and seeds also boost your daily protein and healthy fat intake. Excellent for older adults who need more protein to maintain muscle mass and strength. You see, small switches in your breakfast choices can lead to huge improvements in your overall health. Imagine starting each day feeling energized, vibrant, and truly nourished, knowing you're giving your body exactly what it needs without silently causing damage. Think about how much better you'll feel without the constant sugar crashes. You'll likely notice improved mood, sustained energy levels, and reduced inflammation. And most importantly, you'll be taking a crucial step toward protecting your health, potentially adding precious years of comfort and vitality to your life. Now, I understand changing habits isn't always easy. You've been eating breakfast this way for decades, and change can feel intimidating. But remember, even small adjustments make a big difference over time. Perhaps tomorrow, instead of your usual granola or sugary cereal, just try that bowl of oatmeal with fresh fruit. Take note of how your body feels afterward. Are you more energized? Do you feel less hungry and more satisfied until lunch? Chances are, you'll experience immediate benefits. As older adults, your health decisions today directly affect the quality of your life tomorrow. Think about your family, your grandchildren, and all the special moments ahead that you want to fully enjoy. A simple shift in your breakfast habits could significantly influence your ability to participate fully in these treasured moments. Isn't it worth a small change to protect your health and independence? I invite you to genuinely reflect on this. You've reached a stage of life where each meal truly counts. What you choose to eat every morning can either quietly harm or powerfully heal you. The choice is entirely yours. As a friend speaking honestly and openly, I urge you to make a healthier choice tomorrow morning. Your body deserves foods that strengthen, not weaken, your health. As we continue this journey, I promise you'll discover even more shocking yet manageable insights about your breakfast. There's so much more you need to know, and more importantly, there's so much more you can do to enhance your health. Stick with me. Together, we'll ensure your golden years are exactly that. Golden and filled with joy, comfort, and strength. Hashtag yogurts marketed as healthy. The hidden truth behind your favorite breakfast choice. Let's get straight to it. Yogurt. Most of you watching right now probably have yogurt stocked in your fridge. It's convenient, tasty, and for decades we've all believed it's a wonderfully healthy way to start the day. But, my friends, especially those of you who've spent a lifetime trying to make nutritious choices, I have to gently tell you something critical. The yogurt you've relied on every morning might not be as healthy as you think. Before you feel worried or discouraged, let me reassure you. We'll explore this carefully, step by step. By the end of this discussion, you'll have clarity, comfort, and better alternatives that won't compromise on taste or convenience. Let's talk honestly and openly, as friends, about why yogurt, something doctors frequently recommended for decades, might actually be causing subtle harm to your health as you age. First, consider how yogurt is presented in the American grocery stores. Picture your local supermarket aisle. Yogurt shelves are loaded with options, aren't they? There's Greek yogurt, non-fat yogurt, flavored yogurt, and fruit-on-the-bottom yogurt, all carefully marketed as healthy choices for seniors. Labels often boast about probiotics, calcium, protein, and vitamins. How could these possibly be harmful? Here's the truth many doctors and nutritionists urgently want you to understand. Hidden sugars and artificial additives in these yogurts could silently impact your health, especially as you grow older. The very product you've been choosing to maintain strong bones, healthy digestion, and overall wellness might be quietly contributing to health problems you never expected. Let's break down why. Take a close look at your yogurt packaging. Many popular yogurt brands, even those labeled as healthy or diet-friendly, contain shocking amounts of sugar. Often, the sugar content in a small cup of yogurt rivals that of sugary desserts. A single serving of flavored yogurt can have 15 to 30 grams of sugar. To put that into perspective, that's about as much sugar as you'd get in a scoop of ice cream or a piece of cake. Surprised? You're not alone. As an older adult, you might ask, why does sugar matter so much at this stage of life? The answer is clear yet powerful. As your body ages, sugar impacts you far more severely than it did when you were younger. Your metabolism has slowed down significantly, meaning excess sugar doesn't burn off as easily as it once did. Instead, it stays in your bloodstream longer, contributing directly to serious health conditions such as obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and even cognitive decline. If you already have diabetes or prediabetes, which is increasingly common among American seniors, eating yogurt loaded with hidden sugars can significantly worsen your condition, elevating your blood sugar levels dangerously high. Even if you don't have diabetes, continuously consuming sugary yogurts could gradually push you toward insulin resistance, placing you at greater risk for serious health complications down the line. But sugar isn't the only concern here. Many yogurts labeled as low-fat or diet-friendly replace fat with artificial sweeteners and additives to maintain taste and texture. Common additives include sucralose, aspartame, and acesulfame potassium. While manufacturers claim these ingredients help reduce calorie intake, numerous recent studies from respected medical institutions have linked artificial sweeteners to health issues including gut disturbances, increased appetite, inflammation, and potentially even negative effects on memory and cognitive health. Think about that for a moment. Something you've been encouraged to eat daily, believing it supports your bones, gut health, and immune system, might be quietly doing the exact opposite. For older adults, these subtle impacts can quickly escalate into more pronounced issues. Digestive disturbances, weakened immunity, persistent inflammation, and cognitive issues can all significantly reduce the quality of your senior years. You deserve better, healthier options that genuinely deliver benefits without hidden risks. Let's move away from concerns and focus on the good news. There are wonderful, nutritious, and tasty yogurt alternatives readily available. You don't have to stop enjoying yogurt entirely. You simply need to become a little more selective. The healthiest yogurt choice for seniors, according to nutritionists and doctors, is plain Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is thicker, creamier, and naturally contains far more protein compared to traditional yogurt. Protein is critically important for seniors because it helps maintain muscle mass, supports bone density, and provides sustained energy throughout the day. Plain Greek yogurt naturally contains far less sugar than flavored options, often as little as 5 grams per serving. While it may initially seem bland compared to the sugary yogurts you're used to, here's how you can quickly and deliciously transform plain Greek yogurt into a satisfying breakfast. Start by adding fresh fruits like blueberries, raspberries, or strawberries. Not only do berries enhance the flavor, but they're packed with antioxidants and fiber, helping to reduce inflammation and regulate your blood sugar. If you prefer sweetness, drizzle a small amount of raw honey or sprinkle a pinch of cinnamon on top. Both ingredients taste delicious, improve heart health, and stabilize blood sugar levels. You could also add a handful of walnuts or almonds, which boost healthy fats and protein intake, giving your yogurt bowl texture and increased nutritional benefits. Another option is kefir, a fermented milk product similar to yogurt, but thinner and packed with even more probiotics. Kefir naturally aids digestion and boosts immunity, crucially beneficial for older adults. Like plain Greek yogurt, kefir can be flavored naturally with fruits, nuts, or spices to enhance taste and nutritional benefits without harmful additives. Switching to these healthier yogurt alternatives will significantly impact your health. You'll notice fewer blood sugar spikes, improved digestion, less bloating, and sustained energy throughout your mornings. And the best part? You won't have to sacrifice flavor, convenience, or satisfaction. Change can initially seem daunting, especially when you've trusted a particular breakfast routine for years. But think of it this way. Making this small shift today can provide enormous health benefits tomorrow. You deserve to enjoy your senior years free from preventable illnesses and health complications. Your body deserves genuine nourishment, foods that support, heal, and strengthen. As your friend, I deeply encourage you to make the switch tomorrow morning. Replace sugary or artificially flavored yogurt with plain Greek yogurt or kefir enhanced naturally. Feel how much better your body responds. More energy, improved digestion, and better overall health. Imagine confidently knowing that each breakfast you eat genuinely contributes positively to your health, longevity, and vitality. So, are you ready to make a small yet powerful shift in your breakfast routine? Trust me, your body and your health will thank you for it. Processed breakfast meats, the morning favorites silently affecting your health. All right, friends, let's tackle a subject that hits close to home: processed breakfast meats. Bacon, sausages, ham. These are the traditional American breakfast foods many of you grew up enjoying. They're delicious, comforting, and deeply embedded in our breakfast traditions. But, like a friend sharing an important truth, I need you to hear something crucial. These beloved breakfast staples could be quietly harming your health, particularly as you age. Now, please don't feel discouraged just yet. This is an important conversation, and by the end, you'll know exactly how to handle it. I promise, there are alternatives and ways to keep enjoying your breakfast without risking your health. So let's sit down and talk about this honestly, openly, and thoroughly. First, let's get clear about what exactly counts as processed breakfast meat. Bacon, sausages, deli ham, and similar products have one big thing in common. They're treated to extend their shelf life, usually through curing, smoking, or adding preservatives. These processes make them convenient, tasty, and often inexpensive. But unfortunately, convenience comes at a price, one that many American seniors unknowingly pay with their health. Here's why. Processed meats typically contain high amounts of nitrates and nitrites, chemicals used as preservatives to maintain color and prevent spoilage. When you cook and eat foods containing these compounds, your body converts them into something called nitrosamines. Now, don't get too tangled up in the science. The essential thing you need to know is that nitrosamines are strongly linked to an increased risk of certain cancers, especially colorectal cancer. In fact, respected institutions like the American Cancer Society and the World Health Organization classify processed meats as carcinogenic. That means they have proven cancer-causing properties. This information isn't meant to alarm you unnecessarily. It's meant to empower you to make informed decisions. Cancer isn't something that develops overnight. It's often a gradual process influenced significantly by diet and lifestyle choices. As older adults, protecting yourself from cancer should be high on your priority list, and breakfast is one place where you have complete control. Now, I also know what you might be thinking. I've eaten bacon or sausages my whole life. I feel fine. And yes, you might currently feel good, but here's something crucial to consider. Many health impacts of these processed meats don't appear immediately. They silently accumulate over time, eventually showing up as serious health issues later. If you're already dealing with health conditions common in older adults, like high cholesterol, high blood pressure, heart disease, or diabetes, regularly eating processed meats can significantly worsen these conditions. Why? Beyond nitrates and nitrites, breakfast meats often contain very high amounts of saturated fats and sodium. Saturated fats raise your LDL cholesterol, the so-called bad cholesterol, clogging arteries and significantly increasing your risk of heart attacks and strokes. Sodium, on the other hand, elevates your blood pressure, placing stress on your heart and kidneys. Together, these two ingredients create a perfect storm, especially dangerous for older adults. Now, picture this scenario. You wake up each morning, looking forward to your comforting breakfast of bacon, sausage, or ham, without realizing that each delicious bite is quietly raising your health risks. You deserve better than this. At this stage in life, every meal should support your health, strengthen your body, and help you enjoy a long, vibrant life surrounded by the people you love. But don't despair. I'm here with good news. You absolutely don't have to sacrifice delicious flavors or satisfying meals to eat healthier. Let's talk about simple, delicious alternatives that protect your health instead of damaging it. First, consider swapping processed breakfast meats for whole, lean protein sources that support rather than harm your health. For instance, eggs are an excellent breakfast protein. For decades, eggs got a bad reputation due to cholesterol concerns, but modern science confirms that eggs, in moderation, actually offer incredible health benefits. They contain high-quality protein, important vitamins, and essential nutrients like choline, beneficial for your brain health and memory, critical as you age. If you're hesitant about eggs due to cholesterol or dietary restrictions, there are other delicious options. Think about avocado toast on whole grain bread. Avocados are rich in heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, vitamins, and fiber, significantly benefiting older adults by improving heart health and cognitive function. Add some tomatoes, spinach, or other veggies for extra nutrition and flavor. How about smoked salmon? It's delicious, convenient, and offers numerous health benefits. Salmon is packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation, boost heart health, and even support cognitive function, keeping your memory sharp. If smoked salmon feels a bit fancy for everyday breakfasts, save it for weekends and special occasions. It's still a much healthier choice than bacon or sausage. And if you really love the smoky, savory taste of traditional breakfast meats, turkey bacon or chicken sausages are significantly healthier options. While still somewhat processed, these options generally have fewer nitrates, lower sodium, and considerably less saturated fat. Just be sure to read the labels carefully and choose brands with minimal additives. Additionally, beans and legumes can be surprisingly delicious and healthy breakfast alternatives. A simple bean and egg scramble or a burrito made with black beans, veggies, and whole grain tortillas is tasty, easy to make, and incredibly good for your body. Beans provide fiber, protein, and numerous nutrients beneficial for gut health and heart health, two areas particularly crucial for seniors. I understand change is hard, especially when you're asked to reconsider a lifelong habit like eating bacon or sausage. Food, after all, is deeply connected to memories, traditions, and comfort. You might be picturing family breakfasts, weekend gatherings, or cherished routines you've maintained for decades. But, my dear friends, at this stage of life, you need food that genuinely supports your health, not quietly takes it away. Think about your family gatherings differently now. How wonderful it would be if you could fully enjoy these moments with abundant health and energy, free from the worry of heart issues or cancer risks. Your grandchildren and loved ones will appreciate your presence much more than your continued attachment to foods secretly harming your health. So, tomorrow morning, make just one small shift. Choose eggs or avocado, or even turkey bacon, instead of traditional processed breakfast meats. Feel how your body responds. Fewer spikes in blood pressure, less inflammation, and increased vitality to carry you throughout your day. Your breakfast can be both delicious and beneficial. You absolutely deserve that. As your friend, I urge you strongly, protect your health now, before hidden problems surface. Your future self, your family, and your heart will thank you deeply for the choice you make tomorrow morning. White toast and refined breads, the simple staple quietly affecting your health. Let's talk now about a food item you probably don't even think twice about: white bread, toast, and refined grain products. If you're like most American seniors, toast or bread has been part of your breakfast for decades. You enjoy it buttered, toasted, or with jam, peanut butter, or maybe even a little cream cheese. It's comforting, quick, and tastes good. But friends, I have to gently tell you something important. That slice of white bread you've eaten every morning might be silently undermining your health as you age. You might think, it's just bread, how bad could it possibly be? Well, the truth is, white bread and other refined grains aren't as innocent as they seem. Let me explain clearly and gently why this matters so much, particularly for seniors. White bread is made from refined grains, meaning most of the nutritional value has been stripped away. The healthy fiber, vitamins, minerals, and important nutrients originally found in whole grains are largely lost during refining. What's left is essentially pure starch, rapidly converted into sugar in your body, causing your blood sugar to spike dramatically after breakfast. Now, as an older adult, frequent blood sugar spikes are particularly concerning because they increase your risk of developing insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes, a condition that dramatically affects quality of life for many seniors across America. Think about how often you feel sleepy, lethargic, or even mildly dizzy shortly after your morning meal. Many of you attribute it simply to aging, but guess what? That feeling could actually be your body's reaction to these hidden sugar spikes caused by refined breads. Over time, these constant blood sugar fluctuations harm your pancreas, the organ responsible for producing insulin, and gradually push you toward diabetes or worsening existing diabetic conditions. But blood sugar isn't the only issue. Regularly consuming refined grains like white bread has been directly linked to increased inflammation in your body. Now, inflammation isn't just an abstract medical term. It's something deeply impactful, especially for seniors. Persistent inflammation contributes to chronic pain, arthritis flare-ups, joint stiffness, and reduced mobility. Imagine waking up each day struggling unnecessarily with aches and pains caused, at least partially, by something as simple and innocent-seeming as your morning toast. Moreover, refined breads and grains also affect heart health. Studies clearly indicate that diets high in refined carbohydrates significantly raise triglycerides and LDL cholesterol levels. What does that mean for you? It means a greater likelihood of heart disease, strokes, and heart attacks. At this age, cardiovascular health isn't a minor issue. It's vital to your independence and longevity. I understand changing such a fundamental part of your breakfast might feel daunting. After all, many of you have eaten white bread daily since childhood. It might feel deeply familiar, even comforting. But here's the truth, delivered gently and compassionately. You deserve foods that genuinely nourish your body, enhance your health, and preserve your quality of life. Not foods that quietly sabotage your health behind the scenes. Let's shift our focus to solutions because, thankfully, you don't have to stop enjoying bread altogether. The easiest change you can make is swapping white bread for whole grain bread. Whole grains retain all their nutrients, fiber, protein, vitamins, and minerals. Fiber, in particular, is invaluable as it helps stabilize blood sugar, improves digestion, reduces inflammation, and supports heart health. A simple swap from white toast to whole grain toast can significantly improve your health without dramatically changing your breakfast routine. If you want even more nutritious options, consider breads made from sprouted grains, like Ezekiel bread. Sprouted grain bread is incredibly healthy, rich in fiber and protein, and helps stabilize your blood sugar even further. It might sound a bit unusual if you've never tried it before, but trust me, it's delicious, hearty, and deeply nourishing. You can also replace toast altogether with healthier alternatives. Think about whole grain English muffins topped with avocado, peanut butter on whole grain bagels, or simply add healthy proteins like eggs alongside a small portion of whole grains. This kind of balanced breakfast keeps you energized, satisfied, and nourished throughout your day, genuinely benefiting your body instead of silently harming it. Final conclusion: your breakfast, your health, your choice. We've talked openly and honestly about breakfast foods you've likely trusted your entire life: granola, sugary cereals, yogurt, processed meats, and refined breads. Each morning, many American seniors unknowingly eat foods that seem harmless but quietly threaten their health. Doctors and researchers have repeatedly emphasized the hidden dangers of these foods, not to frighten you, but to empower you to make informed, healthier choices. As your friend, let me speak directly from the heart. Your senior years should be your healthiest, happiest, and most vibrant years. You've worked hard your entire life, caring for others, making thoughtful choices, and nurturing your families. Now it's time to care deeply for yourself, ensuring you're healthy enough to enjoy every precious moment ahead. Your breakfast choices, seemingly small, play an enormous role in determining your overall health. Choosing to replace sugary cereals with oatmeal and berries, flavored yogurts with plain Greek yogurt topped naturally, processed breakfast meats with healthier proteins like eggs or avocado, and swapping white bread for whole grain alternatives are simple yet powerful steps you can take immediately. These small changes significantly reduce inflammation, stabilize your blood sugar, improve heart health, and increase your overall vitality and quality of life. Imagine waking up energized, free from aches and pains caused by inflammation, and confidently knowing you're protecting your body with every meal. Your breakfast can truly become your greatest ally in achieving vibrant, lasting health. These choices aren't just about prolonging your life. They're about enriching it. They're about ensuring you remain independent, active, and fully present for every special moment with family and loved ones. Your health is entirely in your hands, and your breakfast tomorrow morning is the perfect place to start. So, my dear friends, I invite you. Make the choice today to treat your body with the love, care, and respect it deserves. Small choices lead to big changes. Choose health. Choose vitality. Choose a breakfast that truly nourishes you. You've got this. Your golden years can indeed be the most beautiful, healthy, and fulfilling chapters of your life. Make every meal count. I promise, your body and your loved ones will thank you deeply for it.